I just got a really short video here explaining how I set my Megasquirt for the crank trigger angle, and also I will show my resistor in the back of the crank trigger plug, the sensor plug. So if we go to ignition settings, wheel decoder, and hang on a second, come down a bit. So here we've got 12 teeth and we're missing one tooth, and then for the first start this was on the tooth number 1 angle in degrees was at 80 degrees, and then when I set the base time into 16 degrees and fixed it, which is at the top of this page, just go back over it. It's not ideal not having a mouse, but I can live with it. Yeah, so up here where you see a use table or fixed advance, change that to fixed advance, and then underneath we had this highlights, and you can set your base. It doesn't really matter what you set as long as you know what you're looking at with the strobe. So in a second I'll go down to the shed and show you the other engine, so I can show you which mark is the 16 degree mark. And then yeah, so as you can see right at the bottom here, 76, that is the angle of tooth 1 when we're at 16 degrees base timing. So if you set it to 16 degrees and you've knocked the same tooth out and you set the angle at 76, you should get exactly the same as me. I can't imagine it'd be far off because it's OEM parts. Right, so I've just been washing cars, so I'm probably going to get soaking wet trying to get to the plug. Hang on a second. I can't turn the steering. Right, I'm going to pause this a second. Right, I'm back. As you can see here, hopefully, there is a resistor, and that is a 1k resistor, and this yellow with the black trace is 12 volt feed, and I'm using the exact same 12 volt feed as what I use to power the ECU, which is, I've got a 3 amp fuse on that circuit to protect the ECU, and then this middle pin, which you can see it connecting to, that goes back to the ECU in the shielded cable, and it's the signal. And then this one on the outside would be the ground, the signal ground, but that's, you know, obviously in the shielded cable as well. So if I remember correctly, where this connects to the shielded cable, the middle one goes white wire, and then this outside one goes black. That's on Megasquirt, and that's a 1k resistor. And as you can see, I've literally just pushed it in the back, which is not reliable. I've had it not start a couple of times, and I've had to like pull it off and plug it in, push it in. But I will eventually just, I don't know, do it at the other end, at the ECU end maybe, because you could do it inside the DB37 plug, and it'd be fine. Just take a 12 volt feed from the red wire that feeds the ECU with power, and then go to the signal and just do it on the plug, which is probably what I'll do. I'm just going to go down to the shed and where's the engine? Here's the engine, and I'll just turn it over. Oh, come on. somewhere timing marks. So you see there's 4 marks. This one is top dead, hang on, top dead center. Then we got 14 degrees, 16 degrees and 18 degrees. So I've set mine 16 degrees, which is the middle one of the 3. And then you can see this arrow thing on the timing cover. However, one thing to note, when I had the timing marks lined up on the cam cover, this top dead center was over here somewhere. It was quite far out, if I'm honest, which probably means that something, the harmonic balance has slipped or something, but I'm just going to leave it as it is and tune it from there. It doesn't really matter to me. Right, I hope that explains enough about Megasquirt on the Honda trigger. Ciao!